So I don't know if you know anything about this.
The only thing I knew about this weekend was that the dudes that own Universal Music Group, him and his son is
This
now
is
like a
that's Elliot Grainge. That's the guy I'm
okay.
talking about. So Lucian Grainge, which is him, he's UMG, which is the label that Drake,
Yes,
Universal.
correct.
And when Kanye said Lucian is his daddy or whatever, that's
Or
who
his
he's
pimp.
talking about. His pimp or whatever he said. So with this Universal Music Group being the biggest label in music when it comes to U.S. and everything, they control close to 40%.
Oh, I thought it was like 33% or something like that.
Now, as them by themselves, it's probably close 33, 35. It's a lot. It's the most.
Yeah, it's a
like
good share.
them, Warner, and it was another one, Sony.
Yeah.
I think it's Universal, Sony, then Warner, if I'm not mistaken.
Where's Def Jam under?
I think it's on a Universal now or Warner. Hold on. But I was just saying, all those labels got broke down, and those three, the big three, owns them pretty much. So, what the thing is, I don't know if this is a problem, but this is the thing I want to discuss with like nepotism pretty much. I don't think nepotism is a bad thing. You're just watching it unfold, and I feel like a lot of people not got an eye on it. You know what I mean? Because like this kid, he's my age, he's 30-year-old. He owned a label called 10K Projects, which was under UMG, under his dad's the CEO. So 10 Projects also had like Trippie Redd, it has 6ix9ine, and it got Ice Spice, Amari, Rich Amari, Rich Amiri and all that. And so I was doing my little research, and I'm like, dang, this dude. It seems like he likes to get a lot of people that's kind of, I wouldn't say, with 6ix9ine was controversial. A lot of like TikTok people, you see with Cardi.
So people that seem very hip and viral at the time.
Yeah. So now he has a CEO deal. I said deal. He's a CEO of Atlantic now, which he last year he disbanded from Universal and he went on a Warner, which Atlantic is on a Warner. So I was listening to like DJ Academics and them talk about this, and he was just saying how like he's cool with Lucian Grainge, and he was just saying how like
Academics is cool with him.
Yeah, he cool with him because Academics be talking to the labels, bro.
That's how labels be talking to them. We try to get give them some inside information.
You get that money. You know what I'm saying? So when you say, like, he put it in the way of like, you got Young Dolph, you got Young Gotti, right? Yo Gotti, they don't like each other. But when it comes to like these labels, they do business with each other. They competitors, but they do business. Because he was saying how Lil Pump messed over Universal. Then he tried to go to Warner, and Universal told Warner like, no, don't mess with him.
So blackball him in the industry, basically.
So I got my son, right? My son has a little project, little label under me. I put him over there with y'all. Now he's a CEO over in Atlantic, which is a flagship record label on the Warner. Pretty much, I'm wondering if he's pretty much tailoring his son to get on his resume. I had a label. Now I got a CEO deal of like a major company, record label. Maybe he's gonna replace his dad one day.
I think so.
And like other people are thinking like this is a bad thing because of these two guys, the dad being over the biggest label and the son now in the competitive label. It could be a little more of, I scratch your back, you scratch my back.
Oh, of course.
So,
of course.
I don't know, man.
As long as everybody's back is getting scratched, of course.
Facts. And like me, like I never in my career field, I wanted to work at like a record labels. I wanted to be around music. I wanted to be an A&R. I wanted to be, and like me now getting older and seeing like all the behind the scenes of like how business works, not just with record labels. I want to learn more about how things work with record labels, but when you see this thing, it's like, man, because I listen to like artists talk and they be like, oh yeah, they so and so was over here, so and so was over there. Like all these people kind of be mixed and matched into different labels. Oh, I was here and I was there, and just relationships is like really what like builds you and helps you in companies and stuff. Like the relationships you have.
What about the antics like with Bobby Shmurda dancing on the table, B?
That happens.
Gotta do a little cooning.
Yeah, show me a little something, boy. But I just wanted to bring this conversation up because I feel like not many people talking about it. Like it's not nothing.
I see a lot of people talking about it. And a lot of people saying, "Oh, where's the same people that was talking about the bad nepotism of LeBron and Bronny?" Which me in my head, I'm like, I didn't see nothing bad about that. Which I'm not saying that there wasn't nothing bad about it, but for me, I'm like, that's a cool thing to see your son in the NBA with you. So I don't see what the big problem is. Obviously, he might not be as qualified as other people, but it's not like I'm pretty sure Bronny is the most trash player that got drafted. So,
like that's what I'm saying. Like I don't have a problem with nepotism. I didn't see much people.
To me, it depends on it depends on who it is. Nepotism, I guess.
Do you think this is like? You think this is crazy? You think this is bad?
I think
because this dude's my age,
these are two different labels, correct? Universal and Atlantic. Atlantic is not under Universal, correct?
No. He used to be under his dad.
Yeah. So
remember, I told you they work together.
So my thing is this: you don't want a monopoly, obviously, because you want to have more competition with these record labels. To me, record labels seem to have gone down the drain a bit, especially when it comes to actually pushing artists from advertising to deals, just certain things like that. And I feel like record labels sometimes aren't always in the know. I feel like having more record labels out there is better for the musical economy because I feel like each record label kind of acts differently than the next. So to have them two in cahoots, it could potentially be good or bad because his dad is old. He's new. There's no telling if they're being in competition with each other or they're in cahoots with each other. It just depends.
I think this is just a move to get him higher, for him to have more experience in his belt.
But more experience, like for what though? To take over him?
Or to be the CEO of Universal Music Group.
But CEO doesn't necessarily mean owner, right?
No, you're just the chief executive officer.
Yeah.
You're running a thing. Because once this stuff public, it's no owner. No such thing as an owner no more. You can be a founder, but once the CEO, once it's public, because I think it went public. But like once it's public, bro, it's no owner. Because if it's public, I can own some parts of it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not a majority owner. But you're just no owner. I'm saying I think it's just a move to give him more experience.
So where do you think the bad comes in with this?
The bad to me, I was trying to like find like what could be bad about this because I'm just looking at the part of like I'll do the same thing for my kid, and the bad thing is that you got two people on the biggest labels that who knows what could be going on the other side of the things with like artists and like deals and like like we said and being in cahoots with each other. Like what could be manipulated? Like you making a monopoly pretty much. Like, are you putting your mold in the inside? Like you said, because it's technically, it's a big three. All those labels that we know, Def Jam, Atlantic, Capitol, they all up under these big labels now. Like, they got 8 up. You know what I'm saying? I think it's slowly becoming a monopoly. I think it might be a big 2. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody gonna get 8. It's like with Kroger. Albertsons, like the grocery stores. Like Kroger bought. How could Kroger be the number 2 grocery store and buy the number 3? They was trying to block that deal. I think that's the thing. I think they are creating a monopoly because people are making more, trying to be independent. They're trying to break through things, and I think labels are trying to get a hold of everything. You know what I'm saying? The TikTok money. They're trying to get it with the streaming. Like anytime you go outwards, they try to get you, and then whatever you start, and they know that they're not getting that money, they're gonna try to get you out of business. Like look at like Napster, look at Limestream, look at all the stuff that was going on when we were still in the music, and like how they took over all that stuff. And just,
well, I mean, we was still.
Yeah, but like it was different. It was different because it was actually something new that actually challenged
it's competition. It's competition. Competition is always good for the consumer, not good for the businesses, but it's good for the consumer.
But they're gonna eat us up regardless. They're gonna eat up the little guy.
Yeah, of course. Sadly.
So that's why I think it could be a monopoly move. Maybe he got him in to ruin the label. I don't know. Like who knows?
Hey, if he keeps signing Trippie Reds, then yeah, he's definitely
gonna Trippie Red at the time he had Trippie Red. Trippie Red was getting
but look at him now.
Yeah, but that happens. You dwindle down. Like I feel like Trippie Red, 6ix9ine, all them guys. I don't like this. If you want, we can move on and go into my other because this stems from my conversation about albums dying.
Are you done with this topic?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you have anything else to say.
Nah, I have nothing else to say because I don't really know what the ramifications look like in a world where there's just one music label. It's scary, but I don't know what the ramifications is. Like, is everybody on schedule? Can no one release stuff whenever they want to? Or is everybody being withheld? Is it a QC Young Miami situation where she hasn't grown enough so they're not releasing her music? Like, what's going to happen with that? I mean, obviously, it's going to be more bad than good. Yeah. I'm just trying to imagine what a world like that would look like. Like, okay, Weeknd's dropping this day. None of you guys could drop for the next 3 months because we're going to try and pump that as much as we can. Then Drake can drop. Then Taylor Swift. And then next year, The Weeknd again. I don't know how that's looking.
I know. I wish I knew more inside about labels. That's why, like, sometimes regret like not going down that path. But now I want to do like me seeing this. It makes me want to do a little deep dive into like labels and kind of learn the background.
Get your Trap Lord Ross on, B.
A little bit. I actually want to. Hey man, like I have a history of like mostly like doing a little bit of journalistic work in my day. You know what I'm saying? A little researching. So I think I want to do a little something. You know what I mean? Figure out some things. Cause I don't know. I just think it's something fishy about it. To be honest with you.
It definitely is.
But
there's definitely some fish happening.